Namaste children. How are you all? I hope you are all fine and safe there. I am Soumya Sundari ma'am going to teach you social studies from today. So let us start our lessons. Yes. So before going to the lesson, I want to ask you some questions. Are you ready? Yes. Have you seen the picture of Taj Mahal? Have you seen the picture of Taj Mahal? Yes. Where you have seen this Taj Mahal? Do you know where it is? Yes, it is in Agra. Do you want to go and visit it? Yes. Everyone want to go and visit it. So what will you do? You show only the picture or a photograph? No. What will you use? If your father, for example, if your father is planning you to take to Taj Mahal, what does he do? He will just collect the information. He will collect the information from the friends and from the neighbors. He will ask and he will know the information. And what is the other thing he will do? What does he do? He will refer to a map. So nowadays we had a Google map. I think you will be saying they use a Google map. How does the Google map help you? So this in the Google map, if you set the location, the Google Assistant, what does it do? It will show the direction. What is it using? It is using the direction. These directions are nothing but elements of map. So today we are going to learn more about these maps. How to use a map. So what is our topic today, children? Block 7, using a map. How to use a map. Let us do one activity, children. All of you open your textbook. See, in the textbook, open your block 7, map of India. Look at this map of India and write down in a paper what you have found in this map. I'll give you 5 minutes time and write down what you have noticed in this map. It has a legend. It has a legend, title, scale and direction. I think you have done the work. You have written that the map has states and capitals and some colors and some designs you have been writing. But it has, some children might be writing this. It has a title, scale, legend and direction. All these are called as elements of map. So all these are called as elements of map. Repeat after me, children, again. Title, scale, direction, legend. All these are called as elements of map. What are elements of map? So you have to write these elements which help us to know about the map. How to go to other places and everything. It will tell us. These elements of map is very important to know or read the map. Help us to read the map. Let us know these elements of map in detail. So first we take this title. What does a title tell? It tells us about a place shown in the map. It tells us what the title says that. It tells us about a place. See, for example, I have said that your father is going to take you to Taj Mahal, which is in Agra. So, what does he refer? Which map he refers? He will refers Uttar Pradesh map. So, if you have seen in your textbook, here I have shown the map of India with states and union territories. So it is a map of India. It is a map of India. And in India, what it is saying? It is saying about states and union territory. So this is called as a title. So if you want to know about a particular place, you can refer to same place's map. So here we have taken the India map. If you want to know about Chennai, you can refer to Chennai map. Like that, the title will be given on the map. So this is about the title. Next comes our direction. So what is a direction? So direction, it is important. It is also one of the element of map. If we don't know the direction, where will you go? So it is important to know the direction of a map using compass rose or an arrow with north. So if you see the textbook again, children, you will find out a direction mark on your textbook. Here to the right side corner, you find a direction here. So which is showing, see, I have drawn on the black on the board, which is showing the direction of north side. So there is also a compass rose. This is a compass rose which is showing the directions. You all know the direction, children. This is the north side and the south side, east and west, and we have northeast here. Cardinal directions, we read in 3rd class. Cardinal directions, southeast, southwest, northwest. So using these directions, it also helps to read the map. So this is the other element of map. Next element of map is legend. What is a legend? So it is a list of all symbols and colors. So the legend has the symbols. It has all symbols and colors used on a map. Whatever is there on a map, like color symbols, you will find, no, children. So all it will be there in the legend, and it tells us the meaning of each of them. It tells us the meaning of each of them. For example, see in your textbook, children, here they have given the legend. What it is indicating? Here the state capital. And what is the symbol given? Here small dot. And for state boundaries, they have drawn one line. See, I'll show you in the board. For state boundary, they have given the symbol like this. And for capitals, they have used this symbol. So all these are all included in legend. In this legend box, you will see these symbols and colors. Now next, coming to our next one is scale. Next element of map is scale. What does a scale tells us? It tells us the actual size of area shown in the map. What? Actual size of the area shown in the map. If you have seen the map, some maps will show the scales. It will take the scale like this, and down of your map, the scale will be given like this. If you have seen in your textbook, here they have shown the map, scale, map not to scale. This map is not for a scale. They didn't take any scale for this. That means it is a sketch map. So if you take any scale, it will be shown in the map towards the downwards of your map. So I hope you have all understood about these elements of maps. So these 4 elements of maps help us to read the map. What are the uses of these elements? Are nothing but they help us to read the map. Without these elements, it will not be true map or complete map. If they are not there in this map, it is not a complete map, or we cannot say it is a true map. And in other words, a map is incomplete without these 4 elements. So a map is incomplete without these 4 elements. Once again recap children, we have studied about elements of map. First one is direction, title, legend and scale. These are the elements of maps. Let us move on to the few more topics children. Before starting the topics, I will ask you some questions. Do you play cricket children? Yes. Have you watched the cricket in the television? What does the umpire do? See, if a batsman is out, what does he do? What the umpire do? Umpire will show as a finger out. Or if he hit a 4, what does he do? He shows the symbols. Like this, the 6, 4 and everything. He uses some symbols. And when you are moving in a car to some other places, you will stop when the red light is there. Near the traffic light, you will stop. Why you stop? Because there is a red light. And when the green light comes, you will again start. So what does this light tells us? So this tells us about the meaning of the map. That is, it represents a meaning. If I show you the red color, that means you will stop. All this it shows the meaning. So today, now we are going to know the symbols and colors. So look here children, I have drawn some symbols here. What does this symbol indicates? Yes, it is a post office. So if the symbol is there, it represents that it is a post office. And what does this represent? What is it? Yes, you might be saying that it is a cup and saucer. What do you drink? Coffee, tea, milk. So it represents that there is a tea or coffee shop. What does this symbol represent children? It is a phone, yes, but you might be saying on an highway the symbol. What does it represent? It represents public phone. What does it represent children? A public phone. So what does this symbol indicates? It is a pond. If you have seen in the map, it is a pond and the color is given to it as a blue color. If it is in blue, it represents the pond. And what is this? It is a home or house. So, I said before starting our lesson, I said that your father is planning you to take to Taj Mahal. So you have visited that place. After going there, what you will search? You will go to Taj Mahal directly? No. You will first go and search for the hotel. So it shows, if you see in the Google map, you are taking the Google map and you have seen the direction and you will find a symbol there. So you will go to particular hotel which the symbol is there and you will stay there. So like this, these symbols help you to know the map. And not only these symbols features of map. So what you do is, example, instead of writing tree, see the map is there. There is a tree in the so and so particular place. So you will write tree there. Instead of that, what does you do? You will draw a tree there. You will use a symbol, tree symbol. So if there is any tea shop, you will draw a tea symbol, this cup and saucer symbol. And what does the colors tells us? So here also in the maps, they use colors to show the features. That means instead of writing plains, what will you show? The color, green color for plain. What you will write? Green color. So if I have written the green color, it represents the plains. Instead of plains, there will be the green color. So like that, the symbols and colors help us to know the map. So here see these children. So these symbols and color makes the map more clear and easy to read. Now you have visited the Taj Mahal. There you have seen in the map clearly where the place is there and where to stay and where to move. What are the some more tourist place we can see there. So like that, these symbols and colors also help us. And next thing is, it reduces the text written on the map. What does it do? It reduces the text written on the map. What it is doing? It is reducing the text. What? See, instead of writing this more plain, what you are doing? You are showing a color. And instead of writing a tree, what you are doing? You are drawing a tree. And you are drawing a house. And you are drawing a cup and saucer. Like that you will use instead of writing. So it reduces the text. And I have said about the symbols and colors. But you have not found in your textbook. Where you will see all these are found in the legend part. See in your textbook, children. Here the legend, I have shown you this legend, no? This legend tells us the symbols and colors. Actually this legend has symbols and colors. So, and these symbols and colors, they are universally accepted. That means whole country has accepted these symbols and colors. Why? Because see, if I kept a tree, here I have drawn this symbol as a tree. Other is drawing other. So it makes a confusion. So instead of that, they have given a particular symbols to particular places and it was universally accepted. If you go to other countries also, if any other country people comes to our country, what happens? If he has seen on the highway this symbol, so he will get in mind that it is a public phone. So he will go to that public phone and he will call their neighbors or friends and he will reach the places. So it is accepted universally. I hope you all understood these elements of maps and symbols and colors. Now take out your textbook page number 46 and 47. You open it and read it twice. 2 times you read the lesson and open your worksheet. You have your workbooks, no children? S1 and S2 and do the work. I hope you all